where is somewhere that I go that I recognize, oh, that I'm Black. I think that me being there and taking up that space and like I call it taking up the liminal space, really being it allows someone to come after me. And
Welcome back to Hype's She Is Me college interview series. Today, Carissma is talking to us about her work at an observatory, the power of Generation Z in scientific research and communication, and coordinating TEDx events. I know that you were the first Black female senior intern at Mount Cuba Astronomical Observatory. What was that like to have that seat at the table, and how did you use your voice in that setting?
I think that I don't really think not that I didn't notice, but it was like I was just doing what I love to do, or I was just doing the research that I like to do, and taking up that space. And oftentimes I have to think about places that I go in and where is somewhere that I go that I recognize, oh, that I'm Black, or that I recognize uh, that my race in that sense. I think that me being there and taking up that space and like I call it taking up the liminal space, really being it allows someone to come after me, and it allows. I was giving tours. I was doing research and sitting at those tables with people from like Harvard and different things like that. We were like connect. We actually did virtual stuff before it was a whole thing. We did
Yeah.
virtual connections and all of that. But I think that it's really allowed some people in the children in the observatory who came just to learn, and people I gave tours to, as well as people I did lectures and speak, to know that it's possible for me, it's possible for someone to be there, but then also to be inspired to really take the next step and know what they can really do.
Yeah, that's awesome. Wow. Were there ever any challenges that you faced, either at the observatory or just in general, maybe being the only woman or the only Black woman in a certain space? And did you ever experience challenges with speaking up or feeling like your voice wasn't able to be fully heard?
Actually, I think the challenges that I faced were more from being a young person, and at least Generation Z. And I like and someone that wants to go into research and higher level research, oftentimes find myself around a lot of older people. And I mean, the older people will kind of generally be around a certain demographic, but it's more than anything, it's a generational divide and things like that. And so also being able to make sure that research is understandable and it can connect to a greater audience is something that Generation Z is really good at doing, and I think that that's something that it needs help. It needs help in different realms of research and aspects, and I think that that one thing that I was able to do within making my impact was really understand that I'm younger and understand like how I can make that impact in what I'm able to do. And even in regards to my race and in regards to um, the issues that I'm advocate for, I think that just permeates into like my activism and permeates into being able to take up the space, knowing that we're Generation Z and that we generate about $38 billion like globally, and that we really have power, and that we are able to do anything. And so, so I think it just covers all realms.
Yeah, yeah. And how do you navigate that generational divide, when maybe the professors and researchers that you're working with are older and don't communicate science in the same way that our generation does?
I think if you're able to understand it, then you can easily make it into a post. You can easily make it into a graphic or something that's easy for that to understand and to present. I like to do a lot of presentations and speaking and talks. I have a TEDx license, and so I went to my local. We have a historically Black college and university here in Delaware. It's a very small, Delaware State University, and now I'm like their chairperson for their TEDx events. And so basically, people are able to use up their events, and we're gonna have some speakers come out in like May and do like the TED Talk, no audience, but they're gonna be able to like do their TED Talks and be able to, because it's like they're talking about higher level particle research, but someone else can be talking about just something important to them, and like just someone that's able to use their voice and effectively that transcends through generations and transcends through um, time. People being able to just understand your passion. I think if the passion is there, then it can anything can happen.
Hmm. Yeah, I love that.